What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Ladybaby. Yes, indeed, Ladybaby Fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from SMB, and this is actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of November for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So, here you go, SMB. Hope you enjoy the show, man. SMB wanted to see me react to this. It is Ladybaby with a tune called, I hope I pronounced this right, Age Age Money.
What did he say?
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, yeah, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Ladybaby, surprise, surprise, and the video has 80,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. I have no idea what that says. Is it Age Age or is it really how it looks? Is it age? I don't want to fall into that trap. Something, my gut is telling me it's Age Age Money. Cool. Live at Liquid Room, January 13, 2020. Okay, so this isn't too long ago. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
みんな、もう今日これが最後だから、もっと声を貸してください。いけますか？
Okay.
楽しい人手を挙げてください。その手そのままグーにして、拳全員後ろ。ラスト。オッケーオッケー。モーブ。今日はみんなと一緒に遊びに来ました。あれもこれも後ろ。どれもこれも手が出ません。独り占めはしないでね。おこぼれをください。あれのように下手だけど我が暮らす楽になろうさ。声にならない声を今苦しみを叫ぶよ。指風
Mean! Woo!
Woo! My God!
know.
Oxygen! What the hell's going on tonight?
I don't know about this song. Most of the stuff I've heard from these ladies, I've enjoyed. I don't know about this one. The chordal progression. I mean, there's a pattern. There's definitely a pattern. It repeats. So it's established. It's not like they're just going up there and freeforming it. But the chordal progression really isn't. It feels forced. Like, it's not flowing in ways that are conducive. Like, chord to chord to chord to chord. It's not. I mean, I'm just gonna come out and say it. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It's all over the place. There's no congruency. I mean, they're pulling it off. I mean, each section, I guess, if you take the verse. The verse on its own makes sense. The pre-chorus on its own makes sense. The chorus on its own makes sense. You take the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus, you put them together, it does not flow into each other. It really doesn't. They're jumping all over the place from section to section, from phrase to phrase, and it's not lining up. I'm not digging it. That's one reason why I'm not digging it. Second reason I'm not digging it, I'm usually a big fan of, oh God, I forgot her name. The one doing the grit and growl. I'm usually a big fan of what she does. And about half of what she is doing, I'm digging. Like the grit and growl that we just heard her do, where it's in the upper register, it's a lot more controlled, it's a lot tighter, a lot more defined. I like that. This is my first time hearing her do like real like deathcore vocals. You know, the way down guttural grit and growl. She's doing it well. She is doing it well, but in the context of this song, woo, it's rough. It is rough, boy. It doesn't really fit. Like the other vocals that she's doing, every other vocal that she's doing is working. It's fine, especially like I said, like the grit and growl we just heard her do, the last two lines that she did in that upper register sounded just fine. But when she gets down low into that deathcore grit and growl, the guttural grit and growl, no. No. I'm glad to see that she can do it, and I'm glad to see that she can do it well, but not in this song. It doesn't fit. Save it for a heavier song. Anyway, I don't know about this one. I can tell you already, I mean, at best, I'm confused. At best. At worst, I'm hating it. I'm not sure where I am right now. I don't know about this one, guys. Let's keep going. Makes sense. So this is what I was talking about. The chorus on its own, the chordal progression in the chorus alone, it makes sense. But let's go back. Let's go back to the pre-chorus. Let's listen to what's happening in the pre-chorus and see if the pre-chorus leads into the chorus or if it is just completely disjointed. Let's see. It's jumping up from that last note, which would be the fifth. It's going up a major third. Oh, not a major, it's going up a minor third, which would be the seventh. No, the fourth, the fifth. So it'd be the sixth. It doesn't. It's not lining up, man. It's just it doesn't. It's not flowing into the next phrase. The whole purpose of a pre-chorus is to create a bridge, a transitional bridge between the verse and the chorus. If the verse and the chorus are so far apart that it needs a bridge, this is where you're going to want a pre-chorus. You're going to want something that spans that gap. If you're going to modulate from verse to chorus, their pre-chorus does not do its job. It's not leading from the verse to the chorus. It's not creating that bridge. It's not spanning across that gap. It's doing its own completely different thing. And it's just very disjointed. As a result, you have three parts of a song. You have a verse and a pre-chorus and a chorus, but you don't have a congruent song. It sounds like three different songs. No. That was fun. So I'm guessing that was the last song of the set, from the looks of it, taking their bows. Good Lord, I am so torn on this one. I am absolutely torn on this song. Man, I need to think about this one. I really need to think about this one. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Ladybaby with Age Age. I hope that's pronounced right. Age Age Money. This was a request from SMB, and this was actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of November for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, SMB. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I thought about this for a while. I did. And here's the good news. I'm glad I thought about it because after I thought about it, I put everything in perspective. I took everything and put them and lined them up against each other. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I was thinking this was going to be down, like way down. And no, it's not way down. It's not. After I thought everything through, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So when I give the score, folks, please hear me out. I mean, you're going to hear the score, and a lot of people are going to just have that knee-jerk reaction to go, oh, he's giving it a horrible score. No, it's not a horrible score, okay? I promise. And I will explain what the score means, and I will explain how I got there. So just give me a chance before you run off to get the old pitchforks and torches, all right?
A riot is an ugly thing. And I think that it is just about time that we had one!
Let's start with that score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, believe it or not, I'm going to give that a positive score of 5.6. Yep, 5.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, because I know everybody's wanting to run off and grab their pitchforks and their torches, and they want to come hunting for me. I understand, but hear me out here, okay? A 5.6, what does that mean? Well, a 5.6 will translate to an okay scale rating. It's not bad, it's not terrible, it's not horrible, it's okay, all right? It's getting an okay scale rating. It would also equate out to 3 out of 5 stars and a C+ letter grade. Yeah, a C+. Not an F, guys. We're not in grade school. If you get to the 5s, it's not an automatic fail, all right? So yeah, there you go. A 5.6, okay scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a C+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. The weakest thing about this song, and this is the reason why we're down into the 5s, okay? The weakest thing about this song, honestly, was the songwriting. You have a verse, and you have a pre-chorus, and you have a chorus, and on their own, as individual parts, they sound good. They sound really good. I like the chordal progression that was happening within each section. Within each individual section, everything that happened musically made sense, okay? However, you take those 3 parts and you put them together and you line them up, there is absolutely no congruency whatsoever. They jumped in nonsensical ways around a chordal progression that made there was no lineage to it. There was no linear movement within transitioning from verse to pre-chorus and from pre-chorus to chorus. The biggest issue being the pre-chorus. Having the verse, having the chorus. I have heard many songs that don't even have a pre-chorus because the pre-chorus, honestly, not needed. Because from the verse to the chorus, it flows right into it. The whole reason for a pre-chorus is when you have a verse and a chorus that don't exactly line up. You know what I mean? There's a modulation in there. So what do? You write a pre-chorus to create a bridge to span that gap between verse and chorus and make it flow. That's the whole purpose of a pre-chorus. That didn't happen here. It did not flow. The verse did not flow into the pre-chorus, and the pre-chorus definitely did not flow into the chorus. It was very disjointed. I mean, like I said, you take all 3 individual parts, look at the verse on its own, just for the verse. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. You take that verse and put it in another song with a similar chorus, pre-chorus, maybe not, depends on if it's needed, and it's gonna sound just fine. Take that chorus, put it on its own, put it in a different song, that lines up with what's happening in the verse, it's gonna make sense. It's gonna sound just fine. This did not line up. And that was honestly, that's my biggest issue with the song. But like I said though, the songwriting on each individual part, the arrangement on each individual part sounded good. It just, that pre-chorus is really what's kind of wrecking it. They need to take another approach on that pre-chorus and try again, honestly. Now having said that, the reason we're up and not down in the negatives is everything else was fine. I love the energy and the drive of the song. I love the feel of the song. The energy that is created within the crowd and on the stage as well. The feeling that you get from listening to this, it really energizes you. It pumps you up. I like that. I do like that. What was I gonna say? The vocal. Okay, let's go with the vocals. The vocals sounded just fine. Other than, I forgot her name. I had it for a while. The one that's doing the grit and growl vocals. For the most part, everything that she did was good. I liked everything that she did with her grit and growl vocals. She's got a great grit and growl. She really does. I've never heard her do the deathcore voice. I've never heard her get down into that guttural grit and growl before. I will say this, she did it well. She did it really well. It sounded good, her deathcore grit and growl. It sounded really nice. Not in this song. I don't think it fit. I really don't. It didn't blend well with everything else that's going on within the song. The song, I don't think the song ever got heavy enough to warrant a deathcore vocal. It just didn't line up. Everything else that she did, the rest of, like her regular grit and growl voice that she normally does, boy, that fit like a glove. That absolutely fit like a glove. That deathcore voice, not a fan. Not in this song. Not in this song at all. The other three ladies, I had no issue with any of their vocals. I mean, it's a live performance, and you hope for perfection, obviously, but in a live performance, you get one chance, and you don't always get the perfect vocal output. So, I mean, but it is a live setting. So I always take that into account as much as I can. I'm glad to see they're not using auto-tune in a live setting, or they're not using track for vocals. They're not lip syncing. They're actually singing live, which is always a plus with me. The direction of the song, like I said, other than the lining up section, I mean, I get it. I do understand it. I just think, I think if they were I think they were trying to show off their ability to modulate, and that's cool. That's wonderful. But if you're going to do that, you need to line up your chordal progression to allow that, you know, and that just was not achieved, I don't think. The energy and drive of the song, like I said, were fantastic. The backing band was nice. I like what they were playing. I like the music. I like the musicianship. It was clean. I'm sure there were question marks amongst the musicians as they're looking at the sheet music going, what are these chord changes? These transition, we're on the transition from the pre-chorus to the chorus. Why are we jumping up 3 semitones for a chorus out of the pre-chorus? That doesn't make any sense. You know, I'm sure there were questions. I'm sure there were. In their heads anyway. You know, if you're a smart musician, if you're a merc, hired gun, you know to keep your mouth shut and just say, you got it, boss. I'll play whatever you put in front of me. As long as you're paying me. But I'm sure in the back of their minds, they were going, what in the world is this? As far as the live show goes, let's go down the checklist. Let's see. Stage presence, check. They definitely had that. Stage energy, yep, they were lots of stage energy. Love seeing that. Stage interaction, tons of it. Love seeing that. Crowd interaction, yep, definitely had that as well. Showmanship, yes, without question. Production, I know it's fake money, but it's still a prop. It's still production. I know it's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal, but listen, at least it was something. So yeah, I'll give it that. I wonder how much each one of those fake money goes for on eBay. You know people are gonna take those and put them on eBay. You know people will, because people will buy it. Maybe it was good to see that. It was at least they had something production wise, which was nice. So yeah, the live show checked off all the boxes. And you take everything into consideration, put it all together, and this is how we came up with a 5.6. Remember, folks, a 5.6, it's not grade school, all right? It's not like your teachers in grade school where they would get down, once you got under 6, you got the 5s, you were getting an F. And that was the lowest you could go, was like a 5.0. You know, that was the lowest you could possibly go. No, not here. I go all the way down to 0. So, no, 5.6, it's right in the middle just about. It's 0.6 above average. Remember, folks, last thing, everybody, I don't care who you are, I don't care if you're Ladybaby, I don't care if you're Baby Metal, I don't care if you're Love Bites, I don't care if you're Aldius, I don't care if you're Unlucky Morpheus, everybody starts at 5.0. And from there, your stock can go up, your stock can go down. Not gonna lie, the stock went down quite a bit, but taking everything into account, I was able to get up again into the positives and even a little bit higher. So yeah, 5.6, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 5.6, which is an okay scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a C+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.